I'm Jason Fertig, Assistant Professor of Management in the College of Business. I'm going to be presenting the This Is How I Teach program on Thursday. If I was to tell someone that they're about to start teaching online, or if I was to talk to someone who was about to start teaching online, the first thing I would say is online and face-to-face are just completely different environments. And that's one thing that I've learned through teaching online since 2004. If you go out there and you think that you know everything about teaching because you've taught in the classroom, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. So I plan to talk and engage a fun conversation on a realistic look at the learning curve of going from a face-to-face teacher to an online teacher. It's different in many ways. Number one, your class is in front of you, and you have to understand that unless you design a class where the goal is known up front for everybody to be online at the same time, and those classes do exist, but for the most part, the way we design our courses is for the student to take it asynchronously. And so when you think about that, when you have all 20 to 50 to 100 students in front of you, and you want to have a discussion where it flows from one student to the next, that just happens because you're in a classroom. But to simulate that over an asynchronous environment in the classroom, that is much, much different. Everything then becomes an essay. Everything then becomes speak and wait. You have to realize that you're teaching to an asynchronous group of students, and you have to really embrace that they aren't all in some library in Jasper where you're cameraed in from USI. You have to think about your classroom as if you're teaching to each student individually at a different point in time. And a lot of our students, they work one job, maybe two. They cannot spend 80 hours a week on our classes. So I really think about, when I create a class, what is the right way to teach the specific group of students that I have in front of me. And, you know, some of those principles, such as giving them flexibility as far as when to complete assignments, I think that holds true no matter how many students you have. You really want to be positive about the image that you project. Very cognizant to appear organized, being very cognizant to appear knowledgeable, responding to emails on time. I mean, basic communication 101, it's ramped up a million times when you're doing online, because that's the only way you can communicate. If you do this right, you're really doing your students a great service.